And then Israel goes and just backslap the Iranian air defense system, takes down their entire command system, Hadouken their nuclear program, Hadouken all of their launchers and their ballistic missiles, go attack Taruget Zangief on their nuclear program, and they are on the run, on the hide. Mossad is going assassinating whoever they want freely almost in Tehran from the regime, and all they can do is just hide and take the frustration on their own people. Let's watch some funny stuff. This time it's Iranian regime propaganda.
دیروز شنود کردن بچه‌ها و شنیده بودن صحبتشون رو، گفتن که بالای 500 نفر کشته داده بود حملات دیروزمون، قریب به 300 نفر گم و گور شده بودن، مفقود شده بودن، زیر آوار مونده بودن و قریب به 200 نفرم مجروح شده بودن بالای 200. یعنی
Wait, last time I checked there was about maybe 24 casualties, maybe 30 top. Where is he getting these numbers from?
فقط طی عملیات دیروزمون چیزی بالغ بر 1000 نفر کشته و زخمی و مفقود شده بود.
درسته. شاید هم
That is correct.
به ورود آمریکایی‌ها.
Wait, this is June 23rd. Official channel of Iran. General Ibrahim Jabari, senior advisor to the IRGC commander-in-chief. He's telling her that this is true?
چون ما داشتیم فاتحه اسرائیل رو میخوندیم و داشت تمام میشد کار. ولی نباید پامون رو از خرخره نتانیاهو و جنایتکاران صهیونیست برداریم. ضمن که دست ترامپ رو باید قطع کنیم با تدابیر الهی رهبر عزیزتر از جانمون، اما باید خرخره نتانیاهو رو ببریم و برای همیشه به درک واصل بشه.
و از بزرگ تا کوچیکشون اشغالگر هستن و اصلا تفکر صهیونیست یک تفکر شیطانی هست که باید این تفکر از روی زمین برچیده بشه و برداشته بشه. تمام مردمی که اونجا دارن زندگی میکنن از کوچیک تا بزرگشون اشغالگر هستن و غاصب هستن و دشمن هستن و همونجوری که با قایق اومدن الان دارن با قایق فرار میکنن. آره همونجوری که
Fleeing in boat. An honest question, guys. Is there anyone in Iran that is actually believing that? Or outside of Iran? Or is this only aimed for the American woke? Because they believe that.
اومدین الان با قایق باید فرار کنین به همون جایی که ازش اومدین.
اصلی ترین دارایی آمریکا تو منطقه ناوها و پایگاهاش نیست. اونها در یه چشم هم زدنی نابود میشن. اصلی ترین دارایی آمریکا، سرمایه آمریکا و دارایی آمریکا در جنگ با ما خود اسرائیله و ما باید او رو نابودش کنیم.
Wait, have you noticed something here that he said? He's basically making it very clear that America is the big enemy, big Satan, while Israel is a small Satan, a proxy of America in this holy war to defeat America, the great Satan, and destroy the West, basically.
یک موشک ما رو نمیتونن رهگیری کنن.
حالا نه تنها دنیا با حقانیت ما اعتراف میکنه بلکه همه معترف این هستن که باید بمب اتم بسازه ایران. یعنی طی نظرسنجی هایی که در داخل کشورمون انجام شده که 90% مردم میگن که این کار باید انجام بشه.
Spoken by the people who are hiding under the ground, who had their entire military leadership basically evaporated in the first minutes of the war. They had their supreme leader hiding under the ground, their entire air force defeated. Where are they getting the facts? And the big question, like I said, is who is believing that? But meanwhile, on the Israeli side came a very interesting response.
جمهوری اسلامی تل آویو و حیفا رو با خاک یکسان خواهد کرد.
When the time is up, the operation begins.
That's when the attack started.
A tiny nation facing a massive threat, Israel had no choice but to strike swiftly, decisively, using the element of surprise. Dozens of Israeli fighter jets take off into the depths of Iran, equipped with accurate intelligence. The mission: to eliminate the nuclear and ballistic threat posed by the radical Islamic regime to the west. In a one-of-a-kind operation, 10 senior leaders of the Iranian regime were eliminated targets. The Chief of Staff, the wartime Chief of Staff, the Commander of the Revolutionary Guard, the Central Headquarters Commander, the Commander of the Air Force, and heads of the nuclear program. Mossad field agents eliminating over 1,000 surface-to-air missile threat. 200 missile launchers, allowing Israel jets to target and attack 6 key nuclear sites, 250 military infrastructures, and 20 Iranian fighter jets with surgical precision. In a rare synchronization, Israel neutralized Iran's defense systems before a single fighter jet took to the sky.
Israel basically rolled them over and played with them, started hitting them with a stick, poking them wherever they wanted. It's quite clear and obvious for any dimwit to see who won this 12-day war.
While Iran's radical regime targets civilians, hospitals, and dense urban areas, Israel responds with precision, striking only regime targets. 8 days after the strike, the US joins Israel in their first military operation together, destroying 3 nuclear sites, including Fordo. As long as radical Islam keeps igniting the Middle East, Israel will keep protecting us all. A new chapter in the history of the Middle East has begun.
Back to the propaganda. Hand on my heart, honestly. Is there anyone in Iran that is falling for this kind of propaganda? Anyone is believing these made up, exaggerated numbers of thousands of people dead in that day, 500 dead in that day, 300, thousands of buried under the ground. People are fleeing Israel on boats. The Israelis are running back to Europe, and that they haven't been able to intercept even a single Iranian missile from this, luxurious program that they have. It must be very frustrating if you're an Iranian regime officer. You spent 40 years of your life, 40 years, talking about how you're going to destroy Israel, how you're going to annihilate them, and you're building this plan. You've been arming your proxies all around Israel to be ready on the go to go and destroy Israel. You've been getting these missiles all ready to launch with Aziz about to press the button. All you have to do, one job, just press the button, and thousands of these rockets will be launched immediately, followed by tens of thousands of rockets to come and overwhelm Israel as all the proxies and everything, and they will annihilate Israel from the map. And then Israel comes and say, hold my coffee, Mustafa. And they go and obliterate Hamas, destroy Hezbollah, the Assad regime collapse, the Houthis are running barefoot around their camels trying to understand what hit them, and then Israel goes and just backslap the Iranian air defense system, take down their entire command system, Hadouken their nuclear program, Hadouken all of their launchers and their ballistic missiles, go attack Taruget, go Zangi from their nuclear program, and they are on the run, on the hide. Mossad is going assassinating whoever they want freely almost in Tehran from the regime, and all they can do is just hide and take their frustration on their own people, like an abusive husband who just got his ass whipped by some special forces, and he's going back home now beaten up, humiliated, and he takes his frustration on his wife and children. Isn't it crazy how Israel again is saving the world? Last time they did it was when Saddam Hussein was trying to get a nuclear weapon, simultaneously while he was using chemical weapon on his own people and the Iranian people and everybody around in the Gulf. That maniac wanted to have a nuclear bomb. Israel said no. The world said, I don't know, let them go. Israel said, not gonna happen. The world said, yeah, but Israel is such a warmonger. He always try to go and pick up for fights. Israel said, no, guys, he want to nuke us and he want to nuke you. Yeah, but and they were sitting eating their baguette, croissant, and schnitzel in Europe. I don't know what they're doing. They seem to always try to hold Israel back from defeating the bad guys. Well, now Germany is becoming, more stable, I think, and more clear, at least from the government level. But anyway, Israel went, eliminated that threat. Thank God everybody came to kiss Israel's feet after that. Thank you for doing that. God knows what would have happened to the world if Saddam Hussein would have had a nuclear bomb. Same thing now, Israel goes and does it, and then America comes basically and join it. It was kind of interesting how they took a lot of the credit. To me, it looked like Israel did everything. And then when Israel just said, we don't have big enough airplanes to carry these big enough bombs that we don't also have because you guys are the only ones who built them. So can you borrow us some of your bombs so we can finish the job and eliminate the nuclear facility that want to nuke you, by the way? And then America said, oh yeah, that's a good idea, let's do that. So then America sent their bombers and they went on autopilot basically with no one to threaten them because Israel basically eliminated every opposition in Iran that can do that, and they dropped the bombs. So with that humiliation, they have to, it's frustrating. All this time you've been doing that, chanting death to Israel, investing so much money and effort, hijacking an entire nation with that goal. I mean, every day they start their meeting with death to America, death to Israel. The Houthis do the same, Hezbollah, Hamas. They're so obsessed with annihilating the Jews, and then the Jews come and just, 12 days, take them off in one pager operation, take down Hezbollah, like magic buttons, just with magic buttons. It is so humiliating. That's equivalent to you being sitting in your house and you have a stupid neighbor that is all the time talking about what are you going to do to you, what are you going to do to your wife, and I don't know what. And you just ignore him. He's literally insignificant. You just choose to ignore him, which is a mistake, because one day he wakes up and he comes and he tries to attack your children, and then you go and you just defeat him so easily, wipe the floor with his face, and everybody watches. Everybody's watching. Now this guy who's been calling all this time outside your fence that he's going to come and destroy and kill you, and that he's so strong and that he's this close and that you're afraid of him, have just been badly humiliated. And if you don't remember the Independence War, the 6-Day War, many of the wars of Israel, one of the hardest things for the enemies of Israel was the humiliation. In the Arab world, that is a huge thing. In the Muslim world, huge thing, the humiliation. It's a very pride-based culture, and they're always competing among each other, who is the most proud and who is the strongest. And then they go to the big leagues, with America and Israel, and they get their ass whipped again and again. And it's very humiliating. So with that desperate need, they're sitting right now and trying to make it look like they won, but in the most ridiculous way. And hence is my question. Leave it in the comment. Is there anyone that is believing the Iranian propaganda side? If there's anyone watching this that is believing, leave it in the comments. Let us know, share the argument, and we can talk about it. But either way, guys, I want to remind everyone, if you don't mind to do the like, share, subscribe, click the notification button. If you enjoy this channel and you want to be notified more about the things that I'm doing, that little bell will help you know on your phone or on your computer that there's a new video coming out. It's not intrusive. It's not going to wake you up in the middle of the night, but it will help you know, and it would help this channel keep growing, because then we'll see that the follower base is notified and they're watching it, and then they help push that content to more and more users out there so the channel can grow. And I would highly appreciate if you do that. Like, share, subscribe, the bell. Further, if you want to directly help this channel keep growing, go and check my Patreon, where you can find direct and practical ways of how to do it, because after all, I am doing this for free and out of my own free time, and that help is very kind and appreciated. Whoever joined my Patreon and helps me keep doing it. But until then, I would just say stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and in general, don't fall for radical Islam propaganda. Watch it, it's hilarious, but don't fall for it. See you next time.